Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. Just when the world hoped for peace, the skies again started to be filled with noise of missiles, and the ground started to be shaken by the screams of innocents. No, Israel hasn't again broken the ceasefire, although it's really hard to believe. This time, a new war has erupted between two Muslim nations, Pakistan and Afghanistan. It all began late Saturday night, 11 October. Heavy clashes broke out along Afghanistan and Pakistan border, spreading across Kunar and Helmand provinces. Both sides claim victory, both sides claim retaliation. Afghanistan says it has put to death 58 Pakistani soldiers, wounded dozens and more, and captured 3 border posts. Pakistan counters, saying its forces have retaken 19 Afghan posts, forcing the Afghan fighters to flee. Videos released by Pakistan's state TV show border outposts in flames and tracer rounds lighting up the night sky, and Afghan soldiers surrendered. The Afghan government meanwhile released statements accusing Islamabad of airstrikes inside Kabul, calling them blatant violations of sovereignty. Pakistan has denied responsibility and says the same for Afghanistan. Afghanistan, of course, denies it, and so the blame game begins. Each side calls its attacks retaliatory, each claims the moral high ground. But as the smoke rises on both sides of the border, one truth becomes clear. Two Muslim countries have gone to war with each other, as if the blood of Muslims hadn't already spilled enough in Palestine. But the question everyone is now asking is, will Saudi Arabia step in to save Pakistan? Because just last month, in September 2025, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan signed a historic defense pact, a pact that says an attack on one shall be considered an attack on both. This means if Pakistan comes under threat from Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia is obligated to defend it. So far, Riyadh has publicly called for restraint, urging both sides to avoid escalation and embrace dialogue. But make no mistake, this pact positions Saudi Arabia as Pakistan's security backstop. Behind closed doors, intelligence sources say Saudi military planners are closely monitoring the border, and Riyadh could be drawn in, not because it wants war, but because it cannot afford to let an ally fall while the whole region watches. But there's another player in this dangerous chessboard, Donald Trump. In recent months, Trump has openly declared his interest in reclaiming Afghanistan's Bagram air base, which is a massive facility once used by US forces before their chaotic withdrawal in 2021. Trump calls Bagram a key to controlling the region, especially to help Israel achieve its open dream of creating a greater Israel. This means that this new Pakistan-Afghanistan war could give Washington an excuse to exacerbate it and use it for its and Israel's benefits. The reaction from the nations in the Middle East is swift, and every nation is concerned about these rising tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Iran has called for restraint, Qatar expressed deep concern, and even Saudi Arabia, despite its new defense pact with Pakistan, has urged both sides to step back from the brink. If Saudi Arabia steps in militarily, Iran might feel compelled to respond diplomatically or strategically. And if Trump uses this chaos to move toward Bagram, the entire region could spiral into a geopolitical wildfire. The saddest part, this war is not between enemies, it's between brothers. Two nations, both Muslim, fighting each other at a time when Ummah should be healing, when Gaza lies in ruins and millions still grieve their dead, and when unity is needed more than ever. Instead, we see divisions deepening and old wounds being reopened for the world to exploit. Will Saudi Arabia truly stand with Pakistan and become another Muslim nation to help one Muslim nation while attacking the other? Or will Mohammed bin Salman order them to stay neutral and try to not get involved in any war for fear of ruining their upcoming Halloween festival? Only time will tell. The Ummah is bleeding, and once again, the fires of war are being lit, not by the enemies of Islam, but by Muslim hands themselves. May Allah unite the Muslim Ummah. Ameen.